Ever wonder why Unitarians hammer in on the English word form, but conveniently sidestep its Greek counterpart, morph? In Philippians 2:6-7, the Apostle Paul writes, speaking of Jesus, who, being in the form, morph, of God, did not consider equality with God something to be grasped, but emptied himself, taking the form, morph, of a servant. In the context of Philippians, morphē tells us that Jesus wasn't just in the form of God, as if it was something he wore or an image he put on. No, he was God. His essence, his nature, was divine. But this essence was not something to be grasped or held onto. Instead, he emptied himself, taking on the true nature of a servant. Before his incarnation, Jesus was in his very essence God. Not merely a figure of authority, but the very being of God. Philippians 2 reveals this. His mindset before he took on flesh was one of humility. The Almighty Creator, the All-Powerful, chose to humble himself. He took on the form of a servant, not just a position, but the very nature of servanthood. In Koine Greek, morphē wasn't just about the external, it signified the intrinsic, essential nature of something. The philosophers understood it. The linguists acknowledge it. And Paul, he used it intentionally. Instead of acknowledging the actual definition of the word, Unitarians actively ignore it. Now what else can we learn from this? He emptied himself. The Almighty Creator chose to descend, to serve, to redeem. So tell me, if God himself, the one who spoke the universe into existence, was willing to humble himself, what excuse do we have? If the Almighty Creator could be so humble, shouldn't we be eager to reflect that same humility?